Have you ever been in a season of your life where everything just felt like it was falling apart?
Oh,
You
absolutely.
know, a period of real loss or confusion, maybe an identity crisis, only to realize, later on that something really significant was being rebuilt from all that chaos.
That's such a universal feeling. That sense of hitting rock bottom
Yeah,
and then realizing that the deconstruction, it was actually necessary for any real change to happen.
exactly.
And I mean, if you can bottle that feeling effectively, it's an incredibly powerful narrative tool.
It really is. And that emotional intensity is the absolute foundation for the deep dive we're taking today. We're getting into the origin story of BKLEO clothing.
Right.
A brand that, according to our sources, they don't just sell apparel, they claim to link style with purpose, with growth.
They're essentially marketing this idea of wearing your mindset.
They really are, and pretty effectively too.
So our objective here is kind of twofold. First, to really understand the raw emotional mechanics of it all, how the founder turned that personal struggle into a relatable, motivational community.
Okay.
And second, and this is probably more important for you, the learner, is analyzing how they translated that deeply personal journey into a strong, scalable business model.
Because it's not enough just to have a good story.
Not at all. You have to monetize the meaning.
Okay, so let's get into that initial journey because the sources are so clear on this. This was not an idea that came from a fashion trend report or anything like that. It started with the founder feeling just profoundly stuck.
And what's so fascinating is how universal that feeling is. The founder described it as um, just grinding through life, chasing goals that look good on paper.
The kind of thing you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But feeling totally disconnected, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. It was really an identity crisis, just disguised as business as usual.
So the search wasn't for a better product then.
No, it was for an outlet or a voice, maybe a tribe that just understood that internal friction.
And that search led to this crucial moment, the seed for the entire enterprise. The founder's looking in the mirror one day and has this thought,
Yeah.
what if what I wore could reflect not just who I am right now, but who I'm in the process of becoming?
And that's it. That is the core psychological proposition. That shift from clothing as a reflection of your current state to an anticipation of your future state.
That's powerful.
It is. The brand built its entire ethos around this one idea. BKLEO is born in the fire of adversity. It's all about strength, transformation, identity. The clothing pieces are positioned as these tangible reminders.
So they're not just background noise.
No, not at all. They're pieces that are meant to whisper, you're not done yet. It's essentially self-talk made wearable.
Which moves us right into their name, because it's not just a cool name, it's a brilliant strategic move. The whole mission statement is packaged right into that acronym.
It creates this psychological shorthand, which is so crucial if you're trying to build a community. The name gives the wearer this dual focus. It acknowledges the pain they've overcome
Yeah.
and the strength they're actively building.
Let's break down the acronym because
Yeah.
it is the key. The EO part stands for courage, like the lion.
Right, that's the aspirational self, the strength you're moving toward.
The desired outcome. The BK, that's the emotional anchor, stands for the battle scars.
So it represents the before version, the pain, the struggle, the trauma of the past.
Yeah.
For the founder and crucially for the customer.
Wow.
They've managed to create a brand where admitting where you came from is like a prerequisite to wearing the badge.
So it turns a prior weakness into a badge of honor. You're declaring that who you were is just part of the story. It's not the final chapter.
You're elevating past pain into foundational strength. I mean, that is incredibly powerful messaging.
Okay, so you have this powerful message. You need the right vehicle for it. What did they put these messages on?
They strategically chose motivational streetwear.
Dope jackets, hoodies, sweatshirts, tees.
Exactly. And this isn't just a random fashion choice. It is very, very strategic.
How so? I mean, if it's all about transformation, why not say performance gear or even formal business wear?
I think the choice of streetwear is a stroke of genius for this message. I mean, first, comfort and accessibility are universal.
True.
But more strategically, these items maximize visibility. A hoodie is basically a mobile billboard for your affirmation.
It's a billboard. I like that.
Yeah, it's casual, it signifies resilience, readiness, but most importantly, you wear it over everything else.
Yeah.
So it becomes this visible outer declaration of your internal mindset.
That makes so much sense. The product itself is the affirmation delivery system.
Exactly.
And the slogans then are the real currency. They became these battle cries that resonated because they offered that immediate, tangible affirmation that people were looking for.
And this is where we have to look at the copywriting. These slogans are not generic, feel-good phrases. They are targeted affirmations.
Designed to, what, solve emotional barriers?
Preemptively solve them. Yeah. You look at something like fearless to the bone, nothing breaks me, or built different. They're aggressive declarations of self-worth.
Right, they bypass the usual politeness of motivational stuff. It's not hoping for strength, it's declaring it.
Precisely. And my personal favorite, which I think really targets the specific confusion that, our learner audience often faces.
Which one?
Error 404, path not found. Create your own.
That's genius.
It's such a great piece of copywriting for anyone feeling that sort of digital burnout or professional uncertainty. It takes a moment of confusion and just flips it into an entrepreneurial command.
So for you, the listener, this gives you a tangible way to externalize that mindset you need for growth. Instead of just thinking about being consistent, you can wear building empire one dream at a time.
It moves beyond just clothing. It becomes a daily declaration, a uniform for the self you're building.
And the business model for this seems to thrive on a direct-to-consumer approach.
Oh, absolutely. They aren't relying on traditional retail. That keeps the margins strong, of course. But more importantly, it lets them tightly control the narrative and build that tribe directly.
So the clothing is the product.
But the community is the brand's intellectual property.
Okay, so let's talk about that community. Who exactly is this tribe they keep referring to? Because the sources show it's not a monolithic audience at all.
No, the target audience is incredibly diverse, which really speaks to how universal that need for internal transformation is. It's not segmented by demographic.
It's segmented by psychological state.
Exactly. They're all individuals in motion.
People chasing dreams, healing from trauma, stepping into new leadership roles, or starting a business. The sources even mention people actively leaving toxic relationships.
The common denominator isn't the destination, it's the journey itself. You've got disciplined gym crashers right alongside driven students or freelancers fighting for a passion project.
And they're all united by the fact that they're actively trying to improve themselves.
Yeah.
And they're willing to declare it.
Right. And the brand provides the specific methodology for that transformation, which is critical. It's a step-by-step path they lay out for their tribe.
So this is the intellectual hook that makes the clothing stick.
It is. They lay out the process so clearly. Turn pain into motivation, motivation into action, action into a habit of consistency.
And habit of consistency into success or achievement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This codified process is crucial. It makes the abstract goal of success feel way less overwhelming. It's more executable. It's like a checklist wrapped in a hoodie.
And this whole methodology, it seems to be creating not just customers, but evangelists. I mean,
Yeah.
we have concrete validation from the sources.
What are the numbers?
Over 12,000 customers and a remarkable 91% recommendation rate.
Wow.
That speaks to a connection that's way deeper than just, good quality control.
It absolutely does. Those numbers reinforce that they're succeeding in building this global tribe. The clothing is the vehicle, but the community support and the affirmation of the journey, that's the fuel.
And we can see that emotional resonance so clearly in the customer feedback we pulled. Marcus J. didn't just say he liked the fit. He said, "It reminds me every day that I'm not who I used to be."
I mean, that's deep psychological utility right there.
And Ashley R's feedback, it just sums up the whole value proposition perfectly. She said, "It's more than clothing, it's a mindset."
That's the entire business model in one sentence. Selling a tangible vehicle for an intangible shift in your perspective.
Then there's Daniel K., who really gets at the journey aspect. He said, "Each time I put on a hoodie, it feels like I'm reminding myself of how far I've come."
And that's the motivational engine, that sense of distance traveled. They've successfully integrated personal development goals into the mundane act of just getting dressed in the morning.
A subtle but persistent form of accountability.
Which is a powerful, powerful tool for sustained behavioral change.
So when we wrap this all up, what's the big takeaway here? Our deep dive into BKLEO shows this exceptional example of a brand built not on aesthetics or price, but on the premise that what you wear can be a constant, powerful reminder of your struggles, your trajectory, and your future self.
It is the ultimate form of self-signaling and community validation all rolled into one. And it raises an important question for you, the listener, as you reflect on your own path.
Which is?
Do you treat your daily life as a reflection of where you are, or as a declaration of where you are going? I mean, this brand's success suggests the market is hungry for products that affirm the latter.
And if you need a mantra to take forward from this deep dive, they have two philosophical statements that really encapsulate the whole journey.
They're profound, but they're simple. The first is, who you were is not who you have to remain.
I like that.
And the second one, which I think is maybe the most comforting idea for anyone who's in that messy middle of change right now, growth is messy, but so is greatness.
That's a truth worth wearing.
It is. Regardless of what label is on your shirt,